Welcome to TalksOfGeeks.com. Justin here, back with more movie reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing Paranormal Activity Next of Kin. As always, I give you a brief synopsis. So here we go. Margaret, a documentary filmmaker, heads to a secluded Amish community in the hopes of learning about her long lost mother and extended family. Following a string of strange occurrences and discoveries, she comes to realize this community may not be what it seems. And this movie is not terrible. I believe this is truly a reboot of the franchise. And let me first talk about what I did like about the film. I will definitely say that this is probably the most beautifully shot of all the paranormal activities. I really did enjoy the atmosphere, the sense of dread. I thought they really nailed very well. I love the cinematography in this one, even for just. I think what's really hampering this franchise, and I felt like this was a missed opportunity to get away from the found footage formula. They could have rebooted this as a kind of a paranormal anthology series, which each film being something that's not connected to the other. Because I know the previous films were all connected to each other. I think this would have been really good as now just an anthology series where you get various directors telling their own paranormal story. I mean, the title is called Paranormal Activity. I mean, it kind of writes itself. And I thought it was just like a really missed opportunity to just get away from the found footage, because I say the strongest elements of this is when they're not focusing on the recording, and we really do get to get those kind of story beat moments of the characters such as Margaret and her boyfriend Chris, and just Margaret in general. Just like I thought she was a decent character, where she's adopted and she was left, she was left, because of she has no idea what her mother is. I'm trying not to spoil it. That's what I'm saying. But she has this kind of history with this family, this Amish community, and when you find out what that purpose is, it kind of falls flat on its face, because it's following the same story beats that we've seen from countless um horror movies, where you have someone who goes to a remote place. You know that there's something in the isolation. I would say it's the isolation cliche, where a group of friends or a group of people travel to this remote location. It's isolated. There's no cell phone. Nothing like that works, and they're stuck with this cult, and the cult reveals to be a cult, and then mayhem ensues, and it's just it's nothing new under the sun here. And you've seen something very, very, very similar with this with Midsummer. Obviously, this was less poorly executed, a little bit less than Midsummer, but I did like the character of Margaret. I thought her backstory was pretty cool. I did like how they did focus on her just trying to find, her biological family. And, for someone who, if people out there that's adopted, and, that's something that they always want to know. They want to know their history. And I thought this film did that very well, of someone who really wants to just find out where she's from, who's her family, who's her mother, those type of questions. And I thought they did that well to orchestrate that character of Margaret, but it wasn't really deeply explored as much. As far as scares go, this is not a scary film anymore. There's a few cheap jump scares from here and there. I would say that um, there is a great tension of dread in certain scenes that I thought they nailed very, very well when it comes to her family. But otherwise than that, it is just a paint by numbers paranormal activity movie. And for those who like that type of stuff, then you're gonna fit right in. You're gonna get that round of applause. But for us, I thought that for me, this was just a missed opportunity to really capture and do something new, and just get away from this found footage, because eventually you're gonna get to the point with this franchise that you're gonna run out of excuses of why someone's constantly always recording. This time is just, oh, we're filming a documentary of her trying to find her lost family and stuff like that. But eventually it's gonna get to the point, it's like, look, we might as well just take this in a whole new direction. Like I suggested, we get a new director each movie. And they just make an anthology, make this an anthology series where everybody could just play and playground with their own paranormal stories, and I will hope to see that actually happens next. But this is Justin from tacosthegeeks.com. I'm gonna give this a skip it. For me, it wasn't offering anything new. There's hardly any scares. There is some good things about it, but it's not worth you buying Paramount Plus for it or something like that, or even trying a 7 week trial if you're not interested in Paramount Plus. But yeah, I would have been disappointed if I saw this in theaters. But I did like the cinematography. I did like certain scenes. I did like the main character. They are likable characters in this, but it's just it nothing. It's nothing new under the sun. You see the plot twist coming a mile away. If following the exact same story beats that we did before, this time with a new demon. Missed opportunity. This is Justin from TalksToGeeks.com saying later days. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you like what we do here. And don't forget to follow us on all social media channels. Catch you on the next review. Peace.